Where are we?
Why do you ask? Are you thinking of leaving already?
No, I'm thinking of setting up real estate.
We are here to save you from the evil clutches of this one-winged beast.
Hey, I think he might be the nicest one.
You're quite the bold one, aren't you, mistress? Did you have indecent intentions this whole time?
Yes. Full stop. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today I want to play the demo for Chromatic, Agape. Or is it Chromatic, Agape? Those who wail in the depths of despair, what do they share in common? It appears they've erected a shrine in memory of the past, releasing their screams of anguish in the name of worship. Pray tell, where does the genesis of happiness lie? If all that serves as our lifelines ushering ever-existent souls to a new world is lament. My dearest... Please guide me. Okay. Show me how to stay beside you. Give me the courage to go to lengths no hero would ever go. Oh. Bestow your favor upon me, so I can follow the river of death downstream alongside you. Who is it? Who is pleading for my attention so gently? Did I just get isekai'd? Did I just get isekai'd into watching my lover die?
It's too late for my confession, isn't it? The beauty of your silent refusal makes it almost painless. The creases next to the stranger's eyes deepen further as his solemn gaze pierces through me. Tears flow freely down his face, tracing uneven paths akin to the tremble in his voice. Is this a dream? Why is he showing me such a pained smile? The calluses of his fingertips graze mine, his palm firmly pressing against my glove. Yet any attempt to generate a semblance of heat is thwarted by the breeze that gently sways the surrounding greenery. I am 1 minute into this game and I feel like crying. When was the last time anyone held my hand like this? I'll be waiting for you.
Where'd all these tears come from? Feels like I just had the weirdest dream. But then again, what should I expect? It's been ages since I had a decent night's sleep. Grade school, maybe? No, even earlier than that. My parents had me enrolled in after-school lessons by then. It's this late, huh? I suppose the hospital shifts tire me out more than I expected. Who knows how exhausting my schedule is going to get once I've officially become a doctor. Ooh. I glance around my dorm room, letting out a long sigh. If I don't get this place cleaned up before my parents arrive for the graduation ceremony, I'm in for one of their infamous lectures. I'm an adult mom and dad. You don't have to tell me to clean my room no more. Time to make sure nothing is amiss. Character creation. I'll see everyone in a week. Alright. Cute. Hehehe. Now then, where should I focus on? I look like a doctor. The bookshelf. So many books. My parents spared no expense when it came to purchasing everything I needed to excel. Perks of being an only child. There are titles on anatomy, physiology, histology, and more. Textbooks for residency exams stacked alongside notes from clinical sessions. There's even the skull Mom gifted me after my first class on anatomical dissection. Thanks, Mom. I remember her insisting on showing it off at family gatherings, laughing as she boasted about how I studied for fun. That skull is cursed, isn't it? Alright, how's my desk looking? My trusty personal computer, the object I've cursed countless nights with bloodshot eyes and migraines. The screen glare was unbearable. Dad even had to get me a separate lamp just to save my eyes from being fried. Though, if he had his way, I'd be going to bed at midnight and waking up at 4 in the morning. At this point, I'm surprised I haven't turned into a walking zombie with how little I've slept. The windows enter the walls. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world that those taped paper notes are still hanging on after all these years. There's practically one for every subject. Charts for glycolysis, gluconeogenesis, and whatever else is. Am I gonna get a medical lesson again from a visual novel? Wish I could add some color to this wall since everything feels so sterile. My parents would never allow it, though. They'd probably have a meltdown if they knew I was focusing on anything other than studying. At least the colored sticky notes managed to evade their scrutinizing gaze whenever they came to visit. Alright, let's start with the easy tasks. Time to prepare the smaller donation boxes. I think I remember there being some under my bed. I slowly shuffled my way over, squeezing through the narrow-bottom space with caution. My hands skim along the side rail, picking up dust particles along the way. Never knew I'd be so grateful for these anti-sweat wicking gloves. Really? Anti-sweat wicking gloves? I need some of those. Finally, my fingers brush against the rough edges of what feels like a battered cardboard box. With some effort, I tug the object closer, feeling its weight resist my pull. Finally, after a bit of a struggle, I managed to nudge it past the side rail. Let's see what's hiding in here. A syringe? Not to mention there's some kind of fluid inside. I'm guessing it's just an expired leftover, back when we were practicing anesthetic injections. Well, yeah, I guess you would have to practice for that. Pretty sure we weren't allowed to take this home, but honestly, I wasn't about to pass up the chance for some extra practice. What else? The scalpel from my old surgery kit. Aw, I remember my hand shaking so badly the first time I used one that the professor yanked it from me, shouting I'd blind someone if I wasn't careful. Let's see what's next. No way! These are the surgical scissors from my suturing course. They were during clinical practice, until I accidentally nicked the skin pad too many times. I couldn't hold a stitch anymore. Oh, wait, what's this stethoscope doing here? I swear I ditched this relic ages ago. It was basically useless during cardiology rotations. As I sift through the items in the box, I stumble upon something flat. It's got a rough, sturdy feel to it, almost like a piece of linen. I try to pull it out, but it kicks up another cloud of dust, coating my hands. What the heck is this? Oh, a painting? Oh, it's the angels that watch over the Teletubbies. Despite its canvas base, it's clear that colored pencils were used instead of proper paint. The choice of medium suggests either an inexperienced artist persisting with the wrong tools, or perhaps a scarcity of appropriate instruments at the time of its creation. That's a very surgical way to put that. Nevertheless, the subjects immediately seized my attention, despite their simplistic rendering. Several pixie-like characters stand side by side, hands interlocked. The shaky lines in the incomplete coloration gives the piece an unfinished, sketch-like charm. Yet despite the quality of the piece, the characters' youthful faces emit a comforting joy. What's the one down there doing? I haven't seen this in forever.
Oh, there's one little sad pixie all the way down there.
How did it end up here, though? I remember Mom and Dad sorting through my boxes when I moved out. There's no way they'd let me keep one of my paintings after all of those arguments we had about it in the past. I stepped closer, my eyes fixating on a particular figure in the painting. Yeah, the little sad one. What's this half-sketched character doing here? Maybe it was a mistake in shading, but the ethereal mist surrounding him really sets this pixie apart from the others. His pained visage triggers a sense of familiarity that I can't quite place. Look at yourself, brooding all alone while your friends are having the time of their lives. Or perhaps you're trying to grab my attention instead. You sneaky little villain.
Ah, don't do that! I don't like that. I don't like that.
10 minutes in, I already don't like that. I don't like it when things move, and they're not supposed to move. Why are you looking at me? Let me just do that so I'm not looking at it. Huh? What's going on? I delicately pressed my hand against the painting, tracing contours of the pixie silhouette upon the textured linen canvas. Is the character really staring at me? I wouldn't know. No, that can't be possible. I must be seeing things from lack of sleep. Yeah, you better stop staring at me, fella. Guy, I'm not your friend, dude. I need to get a grip. Prioritizing my graduation is key. If I don't, there won't be any good news to celebrate. It'll all be worth it. My parents will be over the moon. They'll tell me how proud they are and how they couldn't have wished for a better child. I guess that's the bad part about being an only child. I don't mind sacrificing my old hobbies, my artwork, or anything else, as long as it helps me achieve their dream. Ouch, my heart! Disappointing indeed. Such a shame. My dearest Mom and Dad. Guess this painting's brought up memories I wasn't expecting to revisit. I'm barely holding myself back from slapping some sense into you. We work so hard to send you to prep school, provide for you every need, and this is the thanks we get? A classless drawing without a single thought behind it? Your cousin is earning full scholarships to top medical schools, and you wasting time with these useless antics. The world is full of genius children showcasing their talents to the world. Meanwhile, you're here thinking this artwork is inviolable? You won't learn like this, will you? No matter what we say, without a proper punishment, there's no telling what else you'll get up to. We won't allow any repeats of this incident. You're the cause of everything that has gone wrong in our lives. This tiny house, the pathetic reputation we try to maintain, all the money we've spent on you. Yet you're still incapable of simply doing as you're told. You are nothing. You will never be anything. The villainous child like you should just disappear. Listen, imaginary Mom and Dad. Is it my fault for simply wanting to be loved? Give me the courage to go to lengths no hero would ever go. Oh yeah, those eyes. Where have I seen them before? Bestow your favor onto me, so I can follow the river of death downstream alongside you. Why do you wear such a pained smile? Why do I seem so treasured in your eyes? Not like my imaginary Mom and Dad. I had a clearer view this time. It's definitely similar to him, isn't it? A half-sketched character, his head looming downwards as if weighed down by a heavy burden. Seeing his defeated look ignites a warm fire inside me, a similar heat to when I saw the vision of that strange man holding my hand. Why do you look so upset? Is it because I didn't finish drawing you? Yeah, that's the pain of an artist. I'm sorry I didn't draw you. If that's the case, I'd better get to work. Think of it as my way of making it up to you. I'll make sure you're the biggest and most beautiful of them all. That way, you can really stick it to those pixies. I dug through the boxes, sifting through their contents in search of something to sketch with. The sharp end of a pencil pokes at my fingertip, and I quickly seize it, gripping it tightly as I set to work on the canvas. I hope you don't mind if I mess this up. It's been quite some time since I've done any artwork. Are we going to make him pretty? I focus intently on the sketch, each stroke deliberate and precise. The sound of graphite scratching against the rough canvas fills the room, creating a comforting rhythm. With each stroke, I feel myself becoming more immersed in the task at hand. The friction of the cloth beneath the pencil gives me a sense of warmth, as if the canvas itself is alive under my touch. When was the last time I had this much fun? Oh, I could keep doing this forever. Almost complete. Just have to find something to color you with, and then...
Hey! Didn't I tell you to stop doing that? Are you there, goddess? It's me. Huh? Whose voice is that? Better not be yours. I told you to stop looking at me. Nah. Just don't look directly at it.
My head is ringing.
I'll be waiting for you.
My life has always been a carefully sketched outline, every stroke a fevered hymn, every color a prayer whispered at the altar of excellence. For years, I painted only within the lines carved for me, each careful mark another sacrifice to the life I was meant to lead. To stray beyond them was unthinkable, until one day, I did. The first time my fingers grazed the canvas, I knelt before that very altar, veiled in sacred linen, yet the fabric trembled, its threads loosening, unraveling. Truth bled through the varnish of perfection, leaving behind a stain that could never be concealed. A quiet realization stirred then, one-eyed, entombed deep, not just a longing to create, but to exist beyond the lines drawn for me.
I don't like the idea of drawings coming to life and existing beyond the lines drawn for them.
To create something in the wild hope that someone might trace the scars left on my canvas and whisper, I see you. I love you. Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh, no, that's beautiful.
Ooh.
The heck?
Where am I? What's going on?
And how can I stay here?
Cascading waterfalls glisten like liquid crystals. Expansive meadows adorned with exotic foliage fill my sight. Each blade of grass seems to glimmer with its own vibrancy. The flowers, wreathed in petals of unfamiliar hues, sway gently with an unseen breeze. Purdy! Endless rows of verdant, towering trees extend into the distance, their branches reaching skyward in a silent hymn to the heavens. The air is thick with the scent of life and growth, a heady perfume that envelops me in its embrace.
What was that?
I think I heard something.
Who's there?
Oh. The source of the alarming sounds materializes before me. His towering build, reminiscent of a bear's sturdy frame, is adorned with a singular wing. Cool. The appendage gives him a striking, mythical presence, akin to that of Pixies from fairy tales. Pristine white fur cascades down his neck, while his tight-fitting top accentuates his bulging muscles. His black hair, stylishly tousled, falls in a way that allows a few strands to delicately veil his face. He kneels before me with a grace that belies his stature, gently taking my hand in his own as he presses his lips tenderly against my gloves, leaving behind a ghostly imprint of warmth and longing. He, that gaze. It's so familiar. Could it be? It's you, isn't it? The strange man from my vision.
You remember me, my goddess.
Are you sure you have the right person? My name is Espoir, not goddess.
I could never mistake you. My creator is the most benevolent of them all. She is the generous giver and the kind receiver. She'll share her happiness and take our sorrow for herself. It's like a miracle come true, having you in the flesh, right here beside me.
Oh, stop. This is entering some weird territory. The stranger is looking at me as if I'm an object of worship, but I haven't done anything to warrant his devotion. I need to get away from him. No, stay, see what he's talking about, see what he's saying.
Hot!
You're right about bulging muscles. I swiftly wrench my hand away from him, retreating several steps to widen the distance. He offers no protest in response to my wary actions. Instead, he merely graces me with a smile that belies the tension in the air.
Well, we know how he knows me. Where are we? And how do we stay here?
Where are we?
Why do you ask? Are you thinking of leaving already?
No, I'm thinking of setting up real estate. Huh?
Is it because of these hideous scars? Or this torn wing of mine?
Wait, I didn't catch what you just...
You must have wished to meet those so-called heroes, the ones with untarnished appearances, free from the flaws.
Heroes? There are other people here?
Yes.
I'm a bit worried about the presence of other people. They might be this man's accomplices. I've seen what the other characters look like. It looks like he might be the nicest one out of all of them. Yet, he doesn't seem too keen on them. I can't tell if I'm relieved because I can ask someone else the way back home, or worried that they'll turn out a bit wrong in the head like him. He doesn't seem that bad. While I do need more information, his behavior is highly suspicious. I mean, a guy comes up to you. Well, then again, I did wake up from being unconscious, maybe. He starts calling you goddess and kissing your hand. Maybe you should be worried. Plus, I'm still not sure why I'm here in the first place. As much as I'd like to spend my time frolicking around, I can't miss my graduation. I didn't waste 20-ish years of my life to reach this stage just to mess up the finale. Look, I don't know what kind of idealized fantasy you have about me.
It's not fantasy.
Maybe a little coaxing will get him to cooperate. Or should I just bite the bullet and demand it outright? Yeah, I don't want to seem like a bad guy. Or he doesn't seem like a bad guy. He seems nice. Watch that blow up in my face. You don't seem like a bad guy. That's why I'm genuinely asking for your help. I've been striving towards my dream for so long, and I can't afford to miss this chance. If you know how I can return to where I came from, please tell me.
I've been waiting for so long, but you want to leave so soon.
This isn't where I belong. Just pretend I never came here in the first place.
No! Anything but that.
Oh. The sudden cry catches me by surprise, a jarring cacophony against the backdrop of our surroundings. His features twist into a visage both chilling and erratic. Then, what's it going to be? I close the distance between us, eager to capture his focus. Will you tell me how to get back? Look, just tell me how to get back here, and I'll do the thing, and then I'll come back here.
This is quite the delightful encounter.
Who are you?
Don't be alarmed, Espoir. We are here to save you from the evil clutches of this one-winged beast.
Hey, I think he might be the nicest one. What's up? I can't see. I'm blinded. Turn on dark mode. I can't see.
The heroes are at your service.
Is this real? Or am I hallucinating again? Why can't I have dreams like this? Oh, hello. Two strangers step into view. One is a striking blonde, exuding a regal presence, his wavy locks flowing behind him like a crown. The other unfamiliar figure stands beside him with an air of effortless swagger, his lips twisting into a sly, taunting smirk. Oh no, both of my types.
No shot you made it here before me. What do? Take a secret shortcut, my lord? You're such a dirty cheater. Or perhaps, Yulin, the fault rests entirely with you. What I'm trying to say is, you're too slow. Was it not your much-laundered early planning that was supposed to spare our creator the inconvenience of idly waiting around? Even the dreaded villain arrived before you.
Aw, come on, I'm here now, aren't I? Besides, the dreaded villain also arrived before you did. Why do I feel like, he's not a bad guy, and that these are actually the bad guys? Yulin clicks his tongue in disappointment, his eyes hidden behind tinted glasses as he peers down at me. Did I draw all these fools?
I was looking forward to dramatically unleashing my
Kashim? Sir, I don't know if I want you to release your Kashim, or maybe I do want you to unleash your Kashim.
I was looking forward to dramatically unleashing my Kashim for our one and only goddess. Now all that life force has gone to waste.
Another unfamiliar word. Who are these people anyway? They don't have wings like the first stranger I met, but at the same time, their ears appear inhuman. A body modification, or Stahl's ear, maybe? Is that a thing? Oh, hello! I feel like I'm going to be saying oh, hello a lot.
Perhaps it's for the best.
An older gentleman steps out, his hair streaked with silver. Cool! He cradles an intricately carved smoking pipe, its slender mouthpiece heightening the aura of refined dominance around him. A tranquil hush befalls the two newcomers as they pivot towards him. The stranger's gaze sweeps across the space, lingering briefly on each face before alighting on mine.
We wouldn't want to overwhelm our beloved Espoir with your antics right from the start. It's her first foray into this realm, after all.
No need for the lecture, you geezer. I could recognize her scent all the way from my domain. It has quite the peculiar aroma. Oh, that's just cocoa butter.
If I wanted to have my share of fun, I could have swept her up long before.
Tee-hee-hee-hee. There's the cute one. There's the one I was looking at.
Your constant blabbering doesn't match your actions, Yulin.
A short figure emerges seemingly out of nowhere. Just hot dudes popping out of nowhere. Leaves and twigs cling to the rips in his tightly fitted clothing, like he just stepped out of the forest, and with a quick sweep of his hand, they're gone.
Got a bone to pick, you green runt?
Hey, I like this green runt. In a flash, the green runt points a finger directly towards me, punctuating the gesture with a snort of derision.
Even the goddess over there would agree that it's wild dogs like you who'd be better off picking bones. Don't overestimate yourself.
Yulin doesn't seem fazed by the rude remark. Instead, he huffs out a laugh, a sound that manages to convey both self-derision and contempt simultaneously, as if he's accustomed to such jabs.
A wild dog? Well, dogs are quite charming, aren't they? I wouldn't mind turning into one if it meant winning over Espoir's heart. In fact, why don't we bet on that? Though I wouldn't pin my hopes on the defeat of the legendary... Spare us the showmanship, the both of you.
No, let him do it. Let him do it, I want to see.
The older member casts a pitying gaze towards his two bickering comrades.
I'll have to reprimand you both later for your discourteous behavior. Particularly you, Merka, since you couldn't even manage to...
Merka throws his arms up in exasperation, cutting off his companion with a deep, dramatic sigh.
Why the heck would I listen to a decrepit fossil of a pixie like you? You're so close to biting the dust, you might as well start practicing your decomposition routine.
Ah, got him.
Keep your orders to yourself, will ya?
The older, so-called pixie remains stoic, appearing unperturbed by the onslaught of mockery. I really like how this is written. However, his hands betray a subtle twitch, and the throbbing nerve pulsating upon his temple signals his silent agitation.
It might be prudent to extend them such leniency on this occasion, Adonis.
Adonis?
We must consider the arduous task they face in preserving self-restraint while in the presence of their lovely little creator.
The suggestion seems to soothe Adonis. He relaxes his tense shoulders and, with visible effort, reins in his voice before speaking in a calm, stern tone.
It's not just about punishment, Helios. First impressions matter. These youngsters should know better. What matters is that I set my sights on Espoir first.
Yeah, he saw me first, and I saw him first, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to play this game.
I'd rather be by her side before the spineless villain fills her... Oh, hello! Are you picking fights again, dearest?
A pink-haired figure twirls his hair as he confidently struts into the scene. His demeanor is seemingly gentle, though each syllable he enunciates carries a deliberate drawl, giving his speech a sibilant quality.
Oh-ho, look who's slithering in. Making quite the dramatic entrance, aren't you? Befitting a pixie of my stature, of course. I morphed into my most alluring form for my one and only mistress. All of them, please. Waiter, all of them. All of them, please. Thus, it's only fitting that I reveal myself at just the right moment. Speaking of which, I'm quite upset you decided to stir up trouble so early on, dearest. The reprimand appears to be directed at Merca. Everybody stop picking on my little Merca, who visibly wilts under his weight, a stark contrast to his prior bravado. What are you talking about, Rosario? This dog is just going on his regular tangent, and the dusty... I'm sure they simply wanted to bask in the happiness of seeing our one and only mistress with all the heroes present. You, of all pixies, should understand the importance of sharing and caring the best. Indeed, Rosario. Our aim is to triumph over our vices, not succumb to them like a certain gluttonous pixie. Pardon the slip of the tongue. We must not emulate the path of the villain. Would you all not agree? The other members shake their heads in unison, earnest in their commitment to the hero versus villain narrative. Did they all like start playing cops and robbers and something, and the gray one unfortunately got chosen to be the robber, and they just kept demeaning him like that? You leave the boy alone. He seems nice. You all seem like bullies. Hot bullies. Bullies nonetheless. They bear an uncanny resemblance to the characters I'd painted, but their demeanor is far from what I had envisioned. Then again, if my theory is correct, there should be one more. Ooh. Oh my. Dang, I don't know which one I like the most. They're all my type. All of them. They're all my type. Kai is also present. A sixth figure silently materializes. His face is draped in a dark patterned veil that sways gently with the breeze. Unlike the others who visibly assert themselves, he effortlessly blends into the background, paying little heed to the figures around him. It appears that the entirety of our company has now assembled. It's time to put our plan into motion and save our lovely little creator. It's as though I'm merely an observer, watching everything unfold from a distance, despite being right in the thick of it. Alright, listen, guys. Seriously, I gotta get back. I got stuff to do. My ma'am is coming. I gotta clean my room. We can figure this out when I come back. They certainly exude a warm aura, but that's not my priority here. But before I can say anything, the supposed leader of the group steps forward. Gorgeous! Gorgeous and gorgeosity! Him! So pretty! His eyes crease in a friendly manner as he raises one of his hands, prompting everyone's attention. Do forgive the senseless chatter, Espoir. We have, in truth, been eagerly anticipating your arrival for quite some time. You've been expecting me? Indeed, yet the status of your arrival seems to have caught us somewhat off guard. We suppose you could find it in your heart to forgive us for our lacking first impression. After all, the Creator is the most benevolent of them all. Why do I feel like you keep saying that? Because that's a form of gaslighting in positive reinforcement. I'm not actually benevolent, and you want me to be benevolent, and you're telling me that I'm benevolent so that I'll be benevolent, but let's just see where this goes. She is the generous giver and the kind receiver. She'll share her happiness and take our sorrow for herself. Those sentences seem familiar somehow. Enough! The nameless pixie suddenly shoves Helios with such force that he stumbles and falls to his knees. May I see it? May I see him on his knees? You despicable embodiments of sin! How dare you flaunt your nauseating essence in front of my goddess? You, of all pixies, dare to address us that way? A low-pitched growl escapes the nameless pixie's lips as Helios stands up, sending tendrils of dread crawling down my spine. Oh, the boyfriends are fighting. Deep lines etch into his brow, like a jagged crevasse carved into stone. It's the first time I've seen such a ghastly expression on his face since our peculiar meeting. Your ostensible goddess does not belong to only you. Espa's not an object to be possessed, nor a mere extension of your will. You seem to have a death wish. Do you want me to kill you?
Although he phrases his threat like a question, the nameless pixie's tone resonates with an unsettling certainty.
He's gonna do it. I wouldn't put it past him.
The initial gloss in his eyes wanes, replaced by a cold, disdainful stare. He crosses his arms. The gesture is not of apprehension, but rather of measured evaluation as he sizes up his opponent.
Boys, please, there's enough of me for all of you.
I scan the other members, hoping one of them will step in, but none seem interested. Yulin and Adonis are bantering amongst themselves. Rosario and Merca are sharing a hushed conversation. Kai, too, offers no assistance as he tucks himself away in the corner.
I like Kai. Him, and me, and Merca, we're gonna go and have soft tacos later.
Are they confident Helios can handle this on his own, or simply indifferent to the outcome? Nevertheless, the nameless pixie remains seemingly unaffected despite the daunting odds. His stance mirrors that of a resolute shield as he stands guard with unwavering determination.
Resorting to violence, as is your habit. As you can see, Espoir, this is why the heroes must vanquish the villain. Don't you dare speak her name! You're not worthy of it.
With a clenched jaw and steely gaze, the nameless pixie's voice cuts through the air like a sharp blade, commanding with a chilling authority that brooks no disobedience. I hesitate to intervene, uncertain of their motives and wary of the rising tension. However, my focus shifts as Helios's demeanor becomes more relaxed. Suddenly, he's glowing? Uh-oh. No, not a glow. Instead, it looks like a golden mist. The nameless pixie seems to notice it too, hastily stepping away from Helios. And as if responding to the sudden shift, the mist flares into an almost blinding brilliance. The radiant golden hue gradually engulfs Helios as he closes his eyes, swirling it until it coalesces around his outstretched hand. Like witnessing an artist's hand bring life to a canvas, the turbulent mist churns erratically until it solidifies. With a furrowed brow and an air of intense concentration, Helios continues to guide the transformation, and soon enough, the object in his hand begins to thicken and take on hues of vibrant color. Cool! The transformation reaches its end as Helios opens his eyes. A golden rope now rests in his hands, its presence exuding an aura of mystique and authority.
Was that magic? How the heck did you make that come out of thin air?
It can't get any crazier than this. Oh, yes it can.
Oh, wings? Oh, pretty golden butterfly wings. Ah!
There's no doubt left in my mind now. These heroes really were pixies. Helios's wings were unveiled for all to see, adorned with exquisite translucent scales, glistening and dancing in the light, their elegant contours commanding my gaze.
As expected, the essence of the painting is the only thing you can rely on.
I'm too captivated by the sight to pay any attention to the pixie's remark. Almost instinctively, I move closer, drawn to observe the visual marvel before me. I haven't come across anything like this in any of the academic journals.
Our creator is quite endearing, is she not? We are more than willing to indulge the depths of your intellectual curiosity.
He gestures towards the golden rope in his hand, then to his wings, ensuring I notice both with exaggerated emphasis.
Oh, I'm noticing.
The essence, the essential life force that imbues this painting with its very existence, is the same essence that facilitated the manifestation of both this object and the wings you now behold. Returning you to your world in comparison would be a mere trifle, an effortless task, really.
Then do it, and then tell me how to get back.
It is merely the act of reshaping that same essence once again. Don't be deceived by their outward appearances, my goddess.
The nameless pixie suddenly pops up, standing way too close for comfort.
I beg of you,
Helios steps forward, casually pushing the pixie aside. He's like, "Out of my way." With his smile intact, he seems utterly unbothered by his counterpart's remark. Do not allow yourself to be swayed by his act. The villain is not the one who will guide you to the answers you seek. Instead, if you choose to remain with us, we will undoubtedly provide the assistance you require, Espoir. I move away from Helios, lost in thought as I contemplate his words. Could this really be my way out? Just like that? I don't think it's going to be just like that. But if it's that simple, why did the other pixie, the one Helios called the villain, get so freaked out? There's definitely more to this than you let... Rest assured, the heroes would be undeserving of their esteemed epithets if they could not oblige the earnest wish of their lovely little creator. Your valor is far too clipped and torn to make such declarations. The pixie's expression twists, his brows furrowing deeply as his lips pull taut, every muscle in his face tightening. Instantly, Helios flinches, his wings folding in on themselves like they're drawn by invisible strings, disappearing into his back with an almost eerie fluidity, leaving no sign of their existence. Espoir, take caution. Uh-oh. Before Heliosin can finish his sentence, the nameless pixie lunges. Guys, your boy's getting jumped. You're not gonna do anything? Ensnared by the neck, Helios remains still, suspended in the air. The pixie hoists him high, like a trophy displayed for all to see. Oh dear. Oh no. What the heck are you doing? Stop it! As if my protests mean nothing to him, the pixie's grip around Helios's neck tightens incriminately in the following moments, reinforcing his victory. My goddess, you are beyond worrying about this heap of flesh. I don't know what the heck's going on between you two, but if this keeps up, you're going to choke the life out of him. Is that really what you want? This embodiment of sin must know his place. I won't tolerate his disrespect towards you, nor will I stand by while he tries to manipulate you and shove his lies in your face. Predictable, as always. Inclined to violence, you fall back on the same boorish methods that have defined you for ages. How utterly uninspired. Helios's relaxed demeanor is peculiar, given the situation. You're being choked, fam. Even stranger, he makes no move to use his rope and subdue the pixie choking him. Either he's confident his attacker won't kill him, or he's waiting for the right moment to strike back. Do you grasp the magnitude of your sin? To even think of threatening death in Espoir's presence, a goddess bound by the sacred oath of a doctor to preserve life, is an act so blasphemous it taints the very essence of this painting. Don't distort my duty to suit your own agenda. Espoir is my goddess, and I'll do everything for her. I'd sacrifice everything for her. I'd kill for her. Oh dear. The nameless pixie's jaw clenches with visible tension, each breath drawn with a sense of urgency as his fingers curl into a vice-like grip around Helios's vulnerable neck. You say that you would sacrifice everything for her, yet you self-righteously ignore your goddess's desires, like putting him down. Did she not plead with you to cease this meaningless exchange of blows heretofore? Yeah, I said that, heretofore. Nevertheless, you stand there, disgracing us all with your savagery. I need to put an end to this before things get out of hand. The last thing I need is someone here ending up as a corpse I could have prevented. Straining with all my might, I attempt to pry the pixie's grip from Helios's neck, clawing and scratching in a desperate bid to weaken his clasp. Just tickle him a little bit. Actually, that won't work. But my efforts prove futile. Immediately, I try to force his arms away instead, yet they remain as unyielding as solid stone. Just yell at him a bit. Could this be related to the weird thing they kept calling ASAS? Or is it just because he's built like a tank? I frantically racked my brain for a way to immobilize him without endangering Helios or harming the pixie. A muscle relaxant? A sedative? Maybe even an anesthetic. Do I still have that needle? Anything to subdue him, to drain his strength without inflicting lasting damage. Oh yeah. A thought surfaces as I search through my memories. The injection from my dorm. I picture it clearly in my mind, as if my focus alone could will it into existence. Unconsciously, I trace the contours in my coat pocket, the smooth cylindrical plastic, the clear liquid shifting within the barrel, and the gleaming needle tip. Suddenly, something solid presses into my grip, its weight pressing subtly against the fabric inside my coat pocket. This is nice. I discreetly raise the object out of my pocket, feeling its light weight and plastic texture in my hand. How did this get here? Never mind. This is my chance. I hope I'm not too late. With a wave of determination, I grasp the Pixie's bulging forearm. Pressing down on the plunger, I empty the barrel's liquid contents into his veins.
No! 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 What have you done, my goddess?
Hey, I told you to stop.
His accusation, laden with a somber tone, hangs heavy in the air.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, Pookie.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Whether it's the weight of my words or the anesthetic's onset, the Pixie's grip loosens, and Helios collapses to the ground with a muffled thud. Does it hurt? I tried to hold you back, I really did, but you wouldn't budge.
Why?
The nameless Pixie falters, his voice barely above a whisper. I wait, the silence hanging in the air like a taut string, poised to snap. When he doesn't break it, I find myself speaking first. I couldn't just stand by and watch you take someone's life. It goes against every principle I've tried to uphold, every ideal I've spent years cultivating as...
He's manipulating you, my goddess. Can't you see it?
Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it clear as day.
His frantic plea is laced with a haunting urgency and wide, desperate eyes flickering between me and Helios.
Baby Boo. Hi. I see you, Daisy. What you want, Boo-Boo?
His frantic plea is laced with a haunting urgency, and wide, desperate eyes flicker between me and Helios. The nameless Pixie inches closer, placing his not-injured hand on my shoulder. A careful but heavy weight begins to press down on me.
Why do you favor him over me? Is it his appearance? His Asus? I don't have his powers, but if it's his wings you admire, I'll give you mine.
Excuse me? Frustration.
Yes? Yes, Miss Baby? You've been meow meow meowing this whole time. You want my attention? You want my attention? Is that what you want? Miss Baby. What do you want, Miss Baby? Miss Baby girl. Miss Baby girl. What do you want? I'm paying attention to you. I'm paying attention to you. What? What, you don't want to be here?
Rude.
Frustration churns within me, or maybe just the beginnings of a migraine. It's hard to tell with everything swirling around in my mind. Taking a deep breath, I try to steady myself, desperate to hold on to my composure. Listen. His gaze holds still on me. I'm not picking sides here. I would like all of you. At once. I don't know how that's gonna work, though. But if you claim to know me so well, then it should have been obvious that I wouldn't stand for what you just tried to do.
You don't know these so-called heroes.
But I don't know who you are either. You're just as much of a stranger to me as everyone else in this place. I don't even know your name. Strands of ebony tumble over the Pixie's face, casting a shadow that obscures his expression. Again, I'm truly sorry if I hurt you. I just didn't know what else to do. The one-winged Pixie's shoulders sag as he releases his hold on me and takes a step back. A look of resignation washes over his face. He casts one final lingering gaze in my direction before retreating, each step pulling him further away.
My name. You never gave me one, my goddess.
Oh.
Then, as abruptly as he appeared, his figure vanished from sight, swallowed by the shadows of the surrounding forest. Is he really gone? Oh. I turned to Helios, swiftly assessing his condition, while the veiled pixie beside him remains unnervingly still, like a statue frozen in time. Do I go over and check on him? Or maybe I should just talk to the other pixies instead and give him some space to collect himself. Mirka and Rosario might be a good bet. Mirka looks like he's got something to say, so I could probably get the full story on what's going on in this realm. Or there's Yulin and Adonis. Those two seem so upbeat. Talking to them might actually take my mind off of all this craziness. Well, it did kind of spur me to play this game because I like the way Mirka looks. I'm a sucker for guys with green hair. So what's going on with them? I make my way towards the respective pixies. Their voices carry softly through the forest as they engage in conversation. Mirka greets me with a playful grin, his sharp teeth gleaming as his eyes sweep over me. Meanwhile, Rosario coquettishly toys with his hair, each twirl of his curled locks releasing a musky fragrance with sweet undertones. Oh, and he smells nice too. The unique scent wafts towards me, and I instinctively take a deep, lingering breath to savor it. You're wearing that stinking perfume again, Rosario? Isn't it a delightful scent, dearest? The response seems aimed at Mirka, but Rosario's gaze is fixed directly on me. And I can't seem to tear my focus away from him. The pixie before me truly embodies the essence of his name, resembling an elegant flower in full bloom. His long dress drapes over his figure, perfectly tailored to his bodice. And those towering heels, they only add to his already impressive height, making him stand out even more. Is that the tallest one, next to the shortest one? In contrast, Mirka's shorter frame doesn't exactly demand attention at first glance, even though, funnily enough, we're practically the same height. Hey, I'm 5 feet, he's 5 feet. As if! I don't want to stitch up my nose again, shapeshift into a bird or something, and air out that awful smell. Shapeshift? Did I hear that right? Oh yeah, he did say something about shapeshifting. Dearest, you know I dislike transforming into animals. It ruins my outfits, and I spend an awful lot of time preparing this one. What difference does it make? I'm the one who keeps patching them up every time. Well, darling, you do make it worth my while. After all, thanks to you, I got to show off my most enchanting outfit for our lovely mistress. Rosario then turns towards me and blows a kiss in my direction. Hee hee. Huh? Well, what was that for? Attention seeker much? Two can play at that game. Oh, please do, Mirka. Before I can even process what's happening, a blinding light envelops my vision. Oh, pretty! Mirka impatiently unfurls his vibrant green wings, adorned with a unique pattern resembling watchful eyes. That's terrifying! My, I can't let you steal the spotlight, dearest. Another flash of light erupts, and my heart skips a beat, the anticipation of what's to come lingering in the air. Wowie! Pretty! Okay, his wings are prettier. I'm sorry. Your wings are gorgeous and terrifying, but his is prettier. That's my role, after all. Rosario's wings harmonize with his dual-colored hair, bearing red hearts that stand out against the black backdrop. Their appendages truly deserve the spotlight. It's a shame I don't have the opportunity to examine them closely. The nameless pixie kept his wing partially concealed under his coat, depriving me of a full view. Similarly, when Helios spread his wings wide open, the chaos of the ensuing fight prevented me from studying them in detail. Let me touch your wings, guys! Perhaps this is my chance. Can I touch your wings? This MC is literally me, for real. Shock flits across both faces at the request. A crimson flush spreads across Mirka's cheeks. Rosario notices instantly, shooting him a knowing smirk before bursting into laughter, the sound ringing out as Mirka's wings twitch in irritation. You're quite the bold one, aren't you, mistress? Did you have
indecent intentions this whole time?
Yes. Full stop. What?
Making such a request has quite the special meaning for our kind.
Yeah, and? Maybe that was my purpose all along.
Maybe that was my purpose all along. Maybe I only downloaded this game that I had in my list for like 2 years because of Merca. I crossed my arms slowly, tilting my head just enough to bat an eyelash for dramatic effect. That was painfully cringe. Have some self-respect, will you? You're such a shameless pervert. Says the pixie who's pierced himself multiple times. Down there.
May I see it?
How'd you know about that? Oh, was I right? Thank you for the earnest confession, darling. Wait, you snake bastard!
Enough, you two.
It's all right, mistress. Merca's just eager for your attention. He may have a unique fashion sense and even more childish mannerisms. Oh, you're taking it too far. I'll sew your mouth shut, you hear me? But he's simply desperate for your approval. See how he's practically squirming with embarrassment? Frustration mars his voice as Merca's cheeks continue to flush deeper shades of crimson. Tee-hee. Beads of sweat dot his forehead, glistening like he's been simmering in a cauldron, ready to boil over in any moment. Why not give his wings a slight touch, mistress? She'd surely appreciate it. I'm warning you, don't you dare cross the line.
I'm gonna cross that line. That line that's right there, that line right there. I'm gonna cross it. Rosario did say touching their wings holds some special meaning. Am I sure I want to do this? Then again, it could be for research purposes. Yeah, research. Yeah, touch. Gonna touch. I edge closer towards Merca. Despite his earlier protests, he remains still, a resigned acceptance settling over him as my hand draws nearer. As my fingertips glide over Merca's wings, I sense the subtle ridges that run along the edges, each section divided by tiny pulsating veins. This is for science. The texture is soft, similar to the fine, almost imperceptible scales on a butterfly's wings, creating a sensation of light resistance against my touch. The intricate eye-like patterns seem to shift slightly with the motion of my hand, as if the colors are not truly fixed, but in constant subtle flux. Ooh. Suddenly, the sensation shifts. A prickling begins, as though hundreds of microscopic hairs are brushing my skin, sending an involuntary shiver through me. I instinctively retract my hand and examine it, but there's no tears in my gloves. Nothing to explain the sensation I felt. Huh? Why'd you pull your hand away? You didn't like my wings? With a petulant pout on his lips, Merca lowers his head, muttering to himself in annoyance. So the precious hand of a goddess is too divine to touch her measly creations. It's not like that, I swear. I'm sure I felt my hand being poked. I'll even show you again. Hey! Let me touch! As I attempt to reach out again to test my theory, Rosario swiftly intervenes, his touch both gentle and assertive as he intertwines his fingers with mine. Oh! I did say you were bold, didn't I? Your forwardness is certainly captivating, mistress. However, I'd prefer if you reserved it just for me. Rosario's unexpected remark startles me, and as I try to pull my hand away, he tightens his grip, refusing to let go. Aren't you gonna let go? I do much more than this with my fellow pixies. The pleasure of having my songbirds nestled in my lap, singing their gratitude, truly a divine experience. What the heck? Who cares about singing for a... The pink-haired pixie releases my hand and steps back, turning to face his companion. In return, Merca squints and puckers his lips in mock annoyance, his bravado faltering instantaneously.
Well, didn't you scold me with the whole sharing is caring monologue? Then you shouldn't hog her hand all to yourself.
Wait, did he step in to help me out? Was he really trying to stop Rosario from holding on? Or was it something else? Either way, it's kind of hard to ignore that weird tension.
You can't be the only one feeding off of her and sass. The hands of the goddess have...
Merika's shoulders sag, a subtle droop casting a shadow over his once defiant frame. His once unwavering gaze now drifts downward, avoiding the penetrating intensity of Rosario's eyes. Fingers trembling, he absently scratches at his arms.
I just wanted to hold her hand, like you.
Aww. Each persistent scratch grows more intense as Merika's fingers trace over his scarred skin, coaxing a faint trickle of blood to rise.
Oh, do you have eczema too? Let me give you some of my creams and ointments.
Droplets teeter on the edge of his forearm, suspended like tiny rubies on a fragile thread, threatening to break free as the pixie's complexion grows paler. Yet, as I watch Merika repeat his cruel ritual, an uninvited wave of despair seeps into me. His nails, sinking relentlessly into his own skin, feel as though they tear into mine instead. Uh-oh. Each jagged scrape a phantom pain, even though it's not my blood staining the air.
I'm gonna get you some Cervey.
You're hurting yourself. I rush over towards Merika, gripping his wrist to stop his frantic scratching.
Hey, when you have eczema, it's like having chicken pox. Forever.
Immediately, my eyes lock into the fresh wound, multiple raw reddened streaks splitting his already scarred skin. A tight knot of worry coils in my stomach. We need to treat these wounds or they'll get infected. First, let's stop the bleeding. Merika, press down here, firmly. I'll get something to bandage it. My mind races, searching for anything useful. Then I glance down at my coat. The fabric is thick, sturdy. Far from ideal, but it'll have to do. I tug at the bottom hem, but it refuses to give. Frustration flares as I pull harder, my fingers slipping against the stubborn material. The material is tough, but in my urgency, I bite down, using my teeth to make a small cut along the hem. With a quick yank, the fabric rips, though not as neatly as I'd hoped.
Mistress Espoir.
Rosario, don't just stand there. Check the forest. See if you can find some witch hazel or yarrow.
Hey, I got some of those.
Why would that be necessary? Because they'll slow the bleeding, help the wound clot, and keep it clean. Now hurry.
Oh, 'cause I'm a doctor.
Does he have a little crown in his ponytail?
Gorgeous.
Rosario lets out a disenchanted sigh, making no move to leave.
You won't need to do that, mistress. Just take a look.
He gestures towards Merika's arms. I brace myself for the sight of fresh wounds, only to freeze. To my surprise, the gashes have already begun to... They stitch together? Right before my eyes, the raw, inflamed skin, scratched open just moments ago, now bears meticulously woven seams, as if the wounds never existed in the first place.
Hey, can I get some of that? Can you help me with that?
The stitches pull taut against his flesh, leaving only faint traces of blood as the sole evidence that Merika had ever torn into his own skin. I've never seen something like this before. How'd you do it?
Merika's auto-stitching flesh. Doctors hate him. Wouldn't you like to know? You can't just waltz in and play the hero.
Of course I would. This is...
Eager to fulfill your savior's complex? Like having Helios wasn't pointless enough. Now you need to add another pixie to your collection.
Is he serious?
And now look at you, ripping up your own coat like it's nothing. Isn't that something you care about?
I tried to help you, and this is the thanks I get?
Why? Why would you even bother helping someone like me? 'Cause you're cute. You're cute and I like characters with green hair. Dearest, you wouldn't want to embarrass yourself in front of your goddess now, would you? I have to say, this really makes all of us heroes look bad. Our mistress loves us all equally. You'll have your chance to bask in her favor eventually, but if you keep acting this way... Rosario's voice carries a hint of reproach, and I seize the opportunity to step back, not really in the mood to argue with Merrick any longer. I thought maybe she'd finally pick up a thing or two and stop being such a pain. You'd think with how her parents forced her into medicine, she'd at least be a little less...
Excuse me? What the heck do you know about my parents?
I close the space between us till I'm face to face with America. I want to be face to face with America. Get up in his face. Give him a little kiss. Did you get high before showing up here? Maybe. Not like you had anything worth a darn in that tiny dorm of yours. The only decent thing in there was that skull, and let's be real, that was fake, wasn't it? Hey, you don't talk about my skull.
How the... You've seen my dorm before?
Its sorry state wouldn't even compare to our domains. I take a step back, trying to collect my thoughts for a response, but Rosario beats me to it. Dearest, you're confusing our mistress. Why don't you explain everything from the start with more context? Despite the rising tension, I restrain any internal protests, opting instead to silently observe the pair. I just didn't...
I'm so done with this guy. I'm not done with this guy. You were hurling insults just a few seconds ago. What's got you quiet now?
Give him a moment, mistress. It's not easy for Merrick either. He's one of the heroes after all. He cares deeply for you and doesn't want to cause you distress.
On the contrary, that seems to be all he wants to do. As Rosario's words of reassurance wash over us, Merrick visibly gathers his resolve. With a deep breath, he straightens his shoulders, his eyes now gleaming with resolute determination.
I heard it. From the villain, didn't you? Yeah, from the spineless villain, the evil glutton who absorbs everything in his path.
I steal a glance at Merrick and find him sporting an eerie grin, exchanging a knowing look with Rosario. Like, I know all of y'all are gaslighting me, but... Could that nameless pixie be the reason I ended up here in the first place? I mean, yeah, I did start drawing him, so... Is that why I heard his voice after finishing his sketch? Then what about those visions?
Fortunately, Helios has a plan to defeat him once and for all. He's always been one step ahead like that.
Defeat him?
His power is a threat to the very essence of this painting, and to us Pixies. If he consumes all the Esas, the very life force of this painting, be it my Shavahat or Merka's Hesadat, it will damage this world irreparably.
Stop saying words I can barely pronounce. I'm starting to feel like I'm drowning in a sea of strange words and concepts I can barely keep up with. Before I can even ask about all of this new terminology, both Pixies speak up.
Shahavat is what I call my personal Esas. It embodies the essence of my existence as the hero of lust.
Who would have thought?
Thus, the manner by which I worship my mistress lies in how I channel and control my desire. My Hesadat bears the will of envy. It's the kind of craving that eats at you, makes you want things that you have no right to want. And to satisfy your oh-so-curious mind, it's the same power I used to stitch myself up earlier. Pretty handy, huh? Overall, Esas is the very essence that sustains our world and its Pixies, providing our unique strengths, ambitions, and personas, and it all finds its origin in you. If you're not careful, the villain's going to tear everything apart, and you along with it. But don't worry, mistress. We'll show you everything in due time.
Yeah, 'cause this is a demo.
Then, raising his eyebrows, Rosario gazes in the distance. A glint of recognition flickers across his eyes as a blonde figure comes into view. But for now, I think I need to take a little break and refresh. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you, mistress. Perhaps next time we'll meet in a way you won't expect. I'm sure it'll be quite the surprise.
Are you going to appear over top of me in my bedroom dorm? Before I can even process what just happened, Rosario slips away, leaving just Merrick and me. But soon after, another pixie steps in, as if they'd been waiting for the perfect moment.
Oh, hi.
Let us put aside the pleasantries for now, and do not forget to retract your wings. Squandering our precious Esas on meaningless spectacles is beneath us. We must remain vigilant, otherwise we risk the one-winged beast catching us off guard once again.
Helios regards me with a subtle nod and a knowing smile.
As for you, Espoir, you could seek refuge in one of our domains for the time being. As the heroes of this painting, we are more than willing to ensure your safety until you return to your home.
Helios' suggestion sounds more reasonable than wandering aimlessly and hoping to stumble upon a clue. Staying with these pixies, odd as they are, might seem like the safer choice, strength in numbers and all that. But can I really trust these unfamiliar men to help me? I've barely spoken to most of them. However, what if the nameless pixie shows up again? His eerie reverence and sudden aggression was unsettling, to say the least, and since I interfered with his fight, who knows if I'll be his target the next time around. Can I even use that power again to defend myself? As I wrestle with my thoughts, Helios slightly tilts his head, as if assessing me, with a decisiveness befitting a true leader. Who died to make him the leader? Well, he is the prettiest. Then, without hesitation, he steps forward.
We would not want to disrespect our Creator's wisdom.
Yet,
we may ensure that you fully understand the consequences that may follow if you decline our proposal.
He averts his eyes, dragging out the word with a deliberate, syllabic emphasis. Are you threatening me? Are you insinuating something, Helios?
We are merely concerned that you would have to face the trials and tribulations that come with trusting in the goodwill of others. We have made that mistake before, so it is essential that we guide you, ensuring you do not fall prey to the clutches of the one-winged beast.
I get it. Him choking you was completely out of line. But let's not pretend you didn't have a hand in provoking him either. I'm no better. Hurting him like that, even if it was just a small injection, still weighs on me. Back home, that kind of behavior would be considered as medical malpractice, just so you know. Helios lets out a sigh.
We cannot afford to waste any more time loitering around, contemplating his behavior. It appears we must resort to that method. How unfortunate.
What does he mean by that? With an elegant yet unsettling gesture, Helios signals for attention.
Step forward. The forest has concealed you for long enough.
A sharp crunch of leaves echoes beneath heavy, purposeful footsteps, and soon a new figure emerges from the shadows. The moment he steps into the clearing, I can tell right away. His towering build, reminiscent of a bear's sturdy frame. Pristine white fur cascades down his neck, while his tight-fitting top accentuates his bulging muscles. His black hair, stylishly tousled, falls in a way that allows a few strands to delicately veil his face. Oh, hi, fancy seeing you again. And yet, even with all the familiar features, something's off, like a piece of him is missing, leaving this weird emptiness I can't quite put into words. Or is this not actually him and this is some kind of mimic?
Have you come to obstruct us from sending Espoir back home, you beast? Unless, of course, you plan on keeping her caged in your lair. You're not taking her anywhere, dearest.
Rather than responding to Helios's words, the nameless pixie simply flashes me a playful smile, his eyes gleaming with mischief before tossing a wink my way. They're doing a trickery. What the heck? I tilt my head in confusion at his newfound mannerisms, wondering what could have prompted this sudden change in behavior.
I want to have my fair share of fun with her first.
A musky and sweet perfume rolls off of him as he confidently struts towards me. Leaning in and plants a swift kiss on my cheek. That's Rosario. He did his shape-shifting thing. The unexpected gesture catches me off guard, and I instinctively raise a hand to my cheek, startled by the lingering chill of the unexpected touch. What are you doing? Stop! Stop! I know what you're doing. What the heck are you doing?
Such a delightful reaction. You really do wear your emotions on your sleeve, don't you? I'm already looking forward to pampering you in my domain. You deserve it, after all. You've been so enticing. Espoir is under our protection. No one, not even you, has the right to lay a hand on her. If you try, you will regret ever having crossed this line.
The nameless Pixie, however, seems completely unaffected by the stern warning. It's almost as if Helios's words are nothing more than decorative noise to him. Helios's expression hardens in response as he raises one hand, a clear and unmistakable signal.
Finally! I've been waiting for that signal forever! I've got better things to do than waste time on this. Such cowardly attitude is unacceptable for a hero, Mirka. Yep, whatever you say. I'll catch up with everyone at the spot later on.
I want to go to the spot. Unlike the last fight, the Pixies seem really fired up this time around. Is it because of Helios's signal? Or is there something else going on here? However, before I have the chance to deduce anything further, a cold but comforting hand rests on my shoulder. Oh yeah, Kai. I glance up, only to find Kai's gaze focused on me, his expression unreadable, yet oddly reassuring.
Kai requests that you remain vigilant. If you plan to survive, you must keep your emotions shrouded in a veil.
Okay.
With a weightless touch, he delicately drapes a white lace veil over my face.
Aww.
Its intricately patterned corners brushing against my skin.
Hey, take this off of me. I can't see a thing.
Dude putting veils on me like we're gonna get married?
It's time for you to sing for me.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Suddenly, I feel a sharp impact on my stomach. What? How dare you? Sparks fly before my eyes, and despite my urge to scream, only a pathetic groan escapes my parched throat.
Can you feel my love for you, darling?
Everything's getting fuzzy. It's so hot. Hey, guys! Rude! A scorching sensation races through my veins, causing the surrounding cacophony of sounds to seep into the background. Summoning every ounce of willpower I have remaining, I avoid emptying the contents of my stomach then and there. No, do it! Barf all over them!
I'll reclaim my songbird, no matter what!
That's not him. You guys are doing me a trickery and I don't appreciate it! A persistent buzzing in my ears pulls me from the void. Through bleary eyes, I see two familiar figures looming over me. Oh, my void parents! You're completely helpless without us, aren't you? Like I always say, the only reason you've made it this far is because of our hard work. I open my mouth, ready to push back against their accusations, but no words emerge. It's a familiar sensation, this stifling of my voice.
Everything we've done, the stacks of textbooks, the tutors, the sacrifices, it's all because we love you. All you ever had to do was be a good child and repay us by staying on the path we carved out for you.
Hey, I never could have imagined my life taking this turn. I was meant to walk across that stage, white coat on my shoulders, basking in my parents' pride, stepping forward into the future they had so carefully laid out for me. So why? Why did I reach for that unfinished canvas? Why am I being hunted, as if my very existence is a mistake? Why? Doshte! Why? I can't control anything anymore, darn it. Yes, I can. Find out who's punching me in the stomach and bop 'em. I'm only wearing a veil. I've got nothing that'll protect them. Start throwing fisticuffs. Get mad. Don't take the lemons. Don't they know who you are? What do I do? Someone, anyone, I just want to go back home. Where is my home? My head is throbbing. Kai, what was that? What was that all about?
Kai is relieved to see you awake. As I gradually regain my senses, the listless hand hovering over me starts drawing back in a sluggish, almost mechanical movement. Are you feeling any better? Kai has been keeping watch over you. It seemed like you were having a nightmare.
Did you help me escape? Did you guys help me escape?
Indeed, we had to intervene before you were harmed any further. Thankfully, the veil helped shield you from taking too much damage.
I saw through your guys' stuff. Come on now, who do you think you're dealing with? I'm a doctor. My attention is swiftly drawn downwards to the unexpected weight draped over me. A coat, heavy and familiar. It doesn't take much thought to guess whose it is. Only Adonis wore a coat this dark. With careful hands, I pushed the fabric aside, only for my breath to hitch as my eyes laid on the gruesome wound hidden beneath my clothes. What? Raw. Gaping. Far worse than I imagined. What? I tentatively extended my hand, fingers trembling as they made contact with the tender flesh.
Kai urges you to be careful.
The Pixie's warning arrives mere seconds too late. A sharp jolt of pain shoots through me like lightning, causing me to recoil with an involuntary wince. Did you guys do a violence to me, and then you could pretend that you didn't? Ugh. Enough already. Just throw the darn veil on her and be done with it.
Would you look at that? The Green Runt's already fussing over his precious goddess like some lovestick devotee.
Hey, you be quiet. Merkel likes me.
It's not like I care or anything. Their groaning is just annoying. That's all. Sure. Keep telling yourself that. My dearest. And here I thought you only let your softer side slip when I was around. Hey, shouldn't you be worrying about yourself instead? Your clothes are a mess, all bloodied up and everything.
Bloodied? Why? What happened while I was out? Suddenly the pain sharpens, like 1,000 daggers digging deeper, making every breath feel like a struggle. My body tenses, fighting against the relentless pressure. I can't think. I can't focus. Just pain. Constant, unyielding pain. It's getting worse. Why won't this stop?
Enough, all of you.
For a moment, the bickering dies down, and an uneasy silence settles over the group. I want to clearly see him in the suit, in the daddy blouse, with the tibby holsters. It's just my type all around.
Don't worry, Espoir. We'll take care of you. Let me use my goror.
I don't know if I want to let him use his goror.
And soon enough the pain will fade. Just hold on a little longer. Your essence is already depleted enough, Adonis. It would be unwise for you to continue trying to intervene now.
Adonis gives him a tight-lipped nod and moves away, his caution palpable, even though he's yielded to his leader's command. Helios then raises his hand, signaling Kai to step forward. There are no footsteps, no rustling of leaves, just a creeping stillness. Before long, both figures stand silently in front of me. Kai's pale eyes lock onto mine, shadowed by dark lines that give him an eerie, almost cadaverous appearance. Allow us to use the vessel of the void to ease our goddess's suffering and ensure her essence remains untarnished. With a weightless touch, Kai delicately hands me a white lace veil, the intricate patterns and its corners softly brushing against my fingers. I inspect the delicate craftsmanship, the lace so fine it almost feels like holding air. And then, I recognize it. This is the same piece of cloth he used on me when the nameless pixie attacked. Yeah, when the nameless pixie attacked. No, take that away from me. Hey, don't you guys listen?
Kai is trying to aid you. Otherwise, your return will be doomed.
The ache begins to subside, slowly at first, as though the very essence of agony is being drawn from my body, seeping out through the veil's touch. What had felt like wildfire, consuming my senses, now ebbs away,
a steady, calming tide washing over me. As I stand there, eyes closed, I can feel the last of the fire recede, leaving me with nothing but the veil's soft presence. It's as if this piece of fabric isn't just healing my body, but my very soul, easing away the tension, the chaos, the noise in my head.
I still think you guys attacked me and made it seem like the other guy did.
I feel the veil lift from my face, the cool breeze gently brushing against my skin, as if the very air itself is waking me up. What was that? Your essence has become lighter, Espoir. It brings Kai great relief to see it.
I don't understand. How could something like that even be possible from just a piece of cloth? I mean, even by magic standards, that's pretty wild.
Indeed, Kai and the heroes have...
Hey, I wanted to hear what Kai said.
Before Kai can say another word, Helios abruptly steps forward, blocking my view as he pushes his comrade back, almost like he's silencing him. While the vessel of the void has served to ease your suffering for the time being, you must understand that it is but a fleeting remedy. The Nalmidi, the essence of despair that festers within you, will not be quelled permanently by such transient means.
Nalmidi? Despair? Essence? Listen, I've been studying practical medicine. I don't know any of this magic. I still don't fully understand what that even means, but you clearly know a lot more about it than I do. If I don't take care of it soon, is it just going to keep getting worse? Because I sure don't want to find out the hard way.
In light of your condition, it would be most advantageous for you to select one pixie as your companion. You may then safely journey to their domain and receive the essential care your ailment requires.
What do I do now? I want to confront the villain. I want to side with the heroes. I want to go ahead on my own. I want to confront the villain.
I want to confront the villain. Are you certain of your choice?
No, that's why I made a save.
It's just that I can't shake the feeling that something isn't right. I need to go back to him and figure out... One is utterly disappointed in your decision-making capabilities, or lack thereof in this case.
One? What's up with your...
One shall be compelled to instill some semblance of reason within you.
Are you telling me what to do? That sure does sound like you're telling me what to do.
Helios's voice cleaves through my explanation, each syllable laced with icy contempt. It's as if he can barely stomach the idea of speaking with me. His look of disdain is akin to a cold, creeping mist, enveloping me in a chilling grip of fear. One harbors grander aspirations for your destiny, far beyond your current comprehension. Helios steps back, raising his hand, and suddenly the other pixies start to drift towards me.
Guys! Wait! Guys! Wait! But guys! And a special shout out to our Parterre YouTube channel member, Eve, Adam's wife. Thank you so much for the support.